G'day guys, back again in the studio, doing a quick review this morning on a new product that's being launched onto the Australian market. We were sent this and asked to do a review on it, so we're going to have a good look at it and test it out and let you know what we think. It's a Max Pump 2 by Flextailgear. It's a small air pump, portable, and has its own rechargeable battery. So we'll just have a quick look at this. Initial impression of the box is quite nice. Good instructions on the back, specifications, some clear icons that give you some idea of what the pump will do. It can be used for other things. It's good for helping you light a fire. It'll direct a jet of air into the bottom of a fire as you're starting it up to produce some more oxygen. We'll have a look at that later on, hopefully. It also acts as a bit of a vacuum pump, so you can use the vacuum bags and pack your towels and your clothes, and you can save up to 50% of your space by doing that. So we'll have a good look at this, give it some tests, let you know what we think. So we'll just do a quick unboxing now. Okay, so what's in the box? Little carry bag to put it in, always handy to keep all the bits together. The pump itself quite small, light, 145 grams, very easy to carry that. So for people who are hiking and want to pump up airbeds and things like that, looks like it would be pretty useful for that. Got a little USB charging cable. Now this has another function. It also acts as an emergency power source. So with the USB cable you have the connection at the bottom here, a little rubber stopper to remove, if I can get that off, and you have two USB ports. The micro USB port is for charging the unit, and the standard USB port is for using this as a power bank. So 3600 milliamp hours, so enough to charge your standard phone these days about once, I would say. And it comes with some nozzles, different adapters, 4 different adapters here for plugging to different devices, toys, airbeds, inflatable boats, that sort of stuff. So we'll give those a go later on. We'll go out and test this on the Durasleep airbed, our big Queen airbed, and we'll see how quickly that pumps it up. We've also got a little cheap $20 pump, and we'll put that up against this and we'll see how they rate against each other. This one I like initially. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, but something that's got multiple uses, so that you can use it as a vacuum, use it as a pump, use it as an emergency power supply for your phone or your camera or something like that. Anything with multiple uses is going to be good when you're camping. So that's the unboxing. Just go over what we've got again. USB micro cable, little bag to put it in, 4 different nozzles, and an instruction manual. Now I had a look at the instruction manual earlier. It's well written, it's easy to understand. So initially we'll just have a quick look at how it works. On the side of the pump here is a little circle with the on signal. Now there's no actual switch. If you touch it, it lights up. You can accidentally touch it again, nothing happens. But if you hold your finger on the circle, then on she comes. 3 quick taps will turn it off. So if the pump is accidentally touched, it's not actually going to start operating. You do actually have to hold your finger on for it to come on properly. We've got it fully charged and we're going to take it outside and give it a go on the Coleman Durasleep airbed, see how quickly it pumps it up, and we'll put that against the cheapy $20 pump that we bought some time ago. Just some quick specifications. As I mentioned before, 3600 milliamp hour batteries, rechargeable, uses any 5-volt source to charge. It has finger guards in here, so you get kids, they're not likely to put their fingers in there while it's operating. You can't get your fingers inside the unit while it's running. Good safety feature. It's weatherproof and waterproof to some extent. It is rated to a depth of 1 metre for a maximum of 30 minutes. So you don't want to leave this immersed in water. It's not meant as a water pump, so don't try to use it as a water pump. It is an air pump, but if you happen to drop it in water or if it gets rained on, it's not going to hurt the unit, so that's a good thing. Alright, we'll take it outside and give it a bit of a test and see how things go. Okay, so firstly we're going to test the little $20 pump. Now these things are very lightweight, very cheaply made. You do need a power source to run it. So we'll give that a go first up and see how quickly that pumps up the airbed. Okay, so that was the result with the $20 pump. I'm now going to deflate it and then we'll do the rechargeable and see how that goes. Now I'm just going to do a comparison of noise. This one is definitely a lot quieter than the $20 pump. It seems to me to be pumping the air in quicker. Now the nozzle on it that fits the airbed is probably a little wide. It does go in, but it was a bit of a fiddle to get the nozzle in there, whereas the cheaper nozzle actually went in very easily. Now there's a plus and a minus to that. Of course, if it's tighter fit, it's less likely to fall out when you're pumping the bed up. But it's just a little bit more fiddling to get the nozzle in. Another use for the Max Pump 2 is using it with vacuum bags. Now you can get vacuum bags from the suppliers of the pump, you can get your own vacuum bags, doesn't really matter where they come from as long as they've got a standard sort of attachment. Now it's just a matter of loading the bag up with whatever you want to put in it. In this case we're just going to stick some towels in. Make sure it's well sealed up. You can get a little attachment that helps you seal these bags. Ready to go. You pop the pump on, it's got a little rubber attachment for doing this. Now these bags have got a stopper inside that allows you to put the cap on without the air rushing back in, which is a good idea. We've seen some of these bags before that don't have that feature, which is a bit of a nuisance. You have to be very quick. And as you can see, it packs the towels down nice and flat. And that's really great for when you're going away camping and you want to save space. Certainly reduces the space that clothes and towels and things like that are going to take up. So always good to have a number of different uses for a product. That's 2 for this so far. This is pumping things up and using it for vacuum bags. Now another idea I had for this was to see if it would work as a semi-vacuum sealer for ordinary Ziploc plastic bags. The idea is put your food in, zip it up, use the pointy nozzle to just put it in the end of the bag. Hold your fingers on the edge to keep a seal on it, and then we'll just see how this goes. Now recharge time from flat on these is meant to be 8 hours, but I would recommend you never let them go flat. Generally with batteries it's a good idea to keep them topped up. So charge it as soon as you can after you've used it, and it's not going to then take you so long to have access to the pump in its fully charged state. Okay, we're just going to give you a little demonstration of starting a fire and how the air pump could help. Now this is a particularly small fire, it's really only just for demonstration purposes, but you get the idea that when you're lighting a fire, especially if you happen to have a bit of damp wood or something like that, the extra supply of oxygen to the fire is definitely going to make a big difference in getting it going. Now if you're worried about running out of power if you're hiking, we've got another idea for you. Because the pump's rechargeable, all you need is a simple power source, something light to carry. And here we have a portable solar panel that can be packed up. Now this can be clipped onto the back of your rucksack and very simply hooked up to the pump. Now you can't see it in this bright sunlight, but the LED on the pump is flashing, which means that that is now charging. So if you hook this onto the back of your backpack while you're walking in the sun, pop your pump either inside it, or if you've got a longer cable, pop it inside your backpack. That is an absolutely brilliant way to charge while you're on the move. Also works for all your other solar charged gear, your phone, your cameras, anything that can be charged from a solar panel. And because it folds up into a neat little package, that's very light, very simple to carry with you when you're walking. And there's your power source. So what I've done, I've clipped the end off this attachment. Now we've just got a straight out hole on here. Pop that onto the pump. Now if we want to blow the dust out of a lens, very simple. And if we want to get inside the camera, blow any dust away that's inside on the sensor or on any other parts of it. The Max Pump 2 has a number of different uses, and even when you're away, sometimes you need to clean your camera gear. You need to get dust out of your lens, you need to get dust off your sensor. Now, carrying one item that does several tasks, it saves space and it saves weight. Now, for anybody who goes walking and hiking, weight is one of the most important issues. So if you've got one device that does several things, you're already ahead. Now, if you want to charge your phone, pop open the bottom cover. We insert the standard USB cable, micro USB to your phone, and it automatically detects the phone and starts to charge. So overall, what do we think of this pump? We like it. It's good. Now, of course, doing a review, we're doing this shortly after receiving the product, and we haven't had a chance to use it for any length of time. So I can't tell you anything about the longevity of this. It's got a 12-month warranty on it. How much longer it lasts outside its warranty, I have no idea. I can't tell you that at the moment. We will continue to use this. This is something that we are going to pack away and we'll take with us on trips. It's going to come in useful for a number of different things. In fact, I'm probably going to use it to clean the cameras more than I am to inflate things. We don't use an airbag a lot of the time, so this is going to come in really handy for getting dust out of the sensors on cameras. I can really see with this little nozzle here that makes a lot of sense. Overall, I think I'd recommend the product. My initial impressions are all good. It feels like it's been built well. It isn't heavy. It's got reasonable battery life, and our tests, you'll have seen our tests for battery life, for recharging the phone, etc. So overall, yes, I think we'd be fairly happy to recommend this. This is quite a good product. A number of different uses. It does the job it's meant to do very well. It's certainly faster than a little $20 pump. It's truly portable, it's rechargeable, it has a power bank. I can't really add much more than that. We're going to continue using this. Maybe in 12 months' time we'll come back and we'll let you know exactly how this has gone, whether it's lasted. But as I say, my initial impressions of this are very good. So, I hope you enjoyed having a look at the review and having a look at this new product with us. We'll certainly will report on it as time goes on. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click the like button down below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, well, might be a good idea, because then you'll get notifications every time we put a new video up. We don't just do reviews of products. Of course, we're traveling all around WA, so we're going to show you a lot of WA, show you some of the products we use, some of the products people have asked us to have a look at, like this one. And hopefully you'll come back again for the next video we put out. Don't forget, we've got a new video out every Saturday morning. Hope to see you then. Cheers.